Hey guys, it's Tia, and welcome to Tia Talks, bringing creatives, entrepreneurs, and artists to the forefront to share their stories. And today I'm here with Julie Alexandra Walsh. How are you?
Good. Hi. Thanks for welcoming me and asking me to be here. This is pretty awesome.
I'm so excited for you to be here. So I just want to share this story with everyone, how we met. Okay, so we met during a wild time of the post-COVID penthouse parties on the national holiday of 420. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
And it was after the party, and you had performed.
Yes.
And I was like, this girl has some talent. I was like, I need to talk to her. So it was the party ended, and then we talked, and you were like, I make music, and I'm a filmmaker. So I was like, we gotta interview her on my show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I've been following your Instagram account. So you have some music that you've released.
Yes.
What songs would you like to share with the world?
Let's see. I think I have 5 released singles that are streaming on every music streaming platform. My first song that I released was Babyface.
Yes.
And my manager, Eight Father, features on that.
Oh, that's your manager?
Yeah.
Oh, lit. I was going to ask you that. Who is that man? Okay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny how we met.
Okay.
Right at the start of the pandemic when there was the
lockdown?
Lockdown, there we go.
Okay.
I was in Miami staying with my family, and I was on Hinge, and we matched on Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we talked about what we do or whatever, and I mentioned music, and he was like, let me hear your stuff. And at the time I was making my own beats on GarageBand and recording at home or whatever. And he really liked whatever I was doing at that point. And he was like, I make music. I know hundreds of engineers and producers. Let me send you some beats. And then from then on, it just turned into a relationship solely with music.
Wow.
So thanks for Hinge.
Shout out to Hinge. You know, that's so funny because I just made a Hinge profile, but to promote Tia Talks.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think I have 5 released singles that are streaming on every music streaming platform. My first song that I released was Babyface.
Yes.
And my manager, Eight Father, features on that.
Oh, that's your manager?
Yeah.
Oh, lit. I was going to ask you that. Who is that man? Okay.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny how we met.
Okay.
It was during COVID, right at the start of the pandemic when there was what's that thing? What is it called?
The lockdown?
Lockdown, there we go.
Okay.
I was in Miami staying with my family, and I was on Hinge, and we matched on Hinge.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we talked about what we do or whatever, and I mentioned music, and he was like, let me hear your stuff. And at the time I was making my own beats on GarageBand and recording at home or whatever. And he really liked whatever I was doing at that point. And he was like, I make music. I know hundreds of engineers and producers. Let me send you some beats. And then from then on, it just turned into a relationship solely with music.
Wow.
So thanks for Hinge.
Shout out to Hinge. You know, that's so funny because I just made a Hinge profile, but to promote Tia Talks.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been getting a lot of followers from Hinge, and I also made a Tinder. So all these people are following me, and they want to date me, but I'm not interested.
Oh. So there's a lot of people that you're getting matched with, but they want to date you.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just want friends.
Wait, have you tried Bumble BFF?
No.
Oh wait, there's Bumble Biz. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
So Bumble has you can do Bumble Date. It's on the same app.
Okay.
But there's different sections. So there's Bumble Date, Bumble BFF to make friends, and then there's Bumble Biz where you can promote whatever you want. Hey, I used to do that because I'm a photographer, so I've connected with models and took pictures of models and stuff.
Okay.
Bumble BFF. I mean Biz, yeah.
Okay. So you met him through the dating app, Hinge.
Yeah.
You guys are now, he's your manager, you said?
Yeah.
And he's based in New York?
No, he's based in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, which is where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so now you're in, so how long have you been in New York?
2 years.
Oh. So how has it been living here?
Good. Really good. I mean, I don't know, I like that my favorite thing is that I can walk outside and feel I don't know, it's busy, there's life, as opposed to in Miami where I lived, you walk outside and it's mainly like driveways, empty driveways with the cars.
What don't you like about New York?
Nothing.
You don't have anything?
No. I mean,
the trains?
I love the trains.
Like, you're the first person that said that.
I guess because I'm not from here. I know there's people that are from here that are like sick of it, and then there's people that are from here that like love it to death. So like, but I love the trains. I love that there's so much life at every corner you turn, and I love that there's so many artists,
right,
and people that like use art, fashion, everything as a form of expression, like everywhere you see. So like, I really like that. It's good for me.
So what borough do you live in?
Queens.
Oh, so you're repping Queens.
I live in Maspeth, Queens.
Oh, so you're not too far from here.
No, it was like a 20-minute drive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me, let's dive deep into the music. Because that's why I brought you here. So the song that you performed that night, I believe it was Do That Thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how has that been going, like the feedback with that song?
So I would say that is like my first release song that is more upbeat, hip hop vibes, and like twerk vibes, you know what I mean? Which is like my favorite kind of music. It's been really good. People love it.
Yes. And when she performed, she was like dancing.
Yeah, I was working that. Was I working that night?
Yes.
I was working that night.
You were working.
Yeah. But no, I love that song. It's so much fun. And it's always been like a goal of mine to like make twerk music. Because it is kind of what I do for work.
Right.
Twerk.
Yes, she's a twerk-a-later. Yeah. We love it. So, okay, so you also do like, so for promotion-wise, you had like a few options like on TikTok. Can you share that?
Yeah, so my manager wanted to start this campaign. He called it, I think we're still working on it at the moment. Basically, the campaign was, it was like a challenge, like a video challenge, like make a dance to my song. And there's a $1,000 prize and 3 winners. Okay. So,
and it's for that song.
It's for that song, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to play the song because I have it up. This is the song that drew me to her. I Do That Thing by Julie Alexandra Walsh. Hey, I love it. Thank you. That was honest. So the last piece where you're like, Daddy, I am a rich man.
I actually have a tattoo that says that.
No, you don't.
It's under my tit.
Oh my god.
It's in my handwriting and it's like in reverse. So when you look at it, people are like, what does that say? What language is that? It's in English. It's just backwards, so you don't really know what it says. Oh. But it's so that when I look in the mirror, I can just read it like clearly from left to right.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so you have a lot of tattoos.
Yes, I've gotten 10 in 1 year. My first one was last summer, and I've gotten 10 since last summer.
Are you planning on just like filling up, doing a whole sleeve?
Yeah, filling up. I only have my left side tatted of my body, so I'm just gonna like keep tatting my arm. And I got my first couple leg tattoos this past month.
Okay.
So just keep tatting my left side.
Do you draw them or?
Yeah, I drew this one. So it's like a heart, and there's hands squeezing the heart, and there's like some type of fucking like liquid coming out, and it's like basically it just means like love nurtures mental health.
Okay.
Then I drew this one. It's just a mermaid. I like mermaids. Plus I can relate to the Little Mermaid. And I drew the one on my leg. It's Billie Eilish.
Oh, so she inspires you.
Yeah, she really does. I'd say Billie is probably like my number one inspiration. And not only that, but like her last album, like I was going through a really tough time. This was like 2019, 2018 maybe, I think. And like mentally I was just not in a good place. Like I just didn't want to be here. But anyway, I'd listen to her album like from the start of the day to the end on replay. Mm-hmm. And so like I'd just like to say like she probably saved my life, which is pretty cool.
Shout out to Billie.
Shout out to Billie, baby. I love you.
We love it. We love it. So you're giving me artsy vibes. You're giving me like Betty Boop vibes when you had the black hair, the black curly hair. And then like your music gives me like one of the songs gave me like a 50 Shades of Grey. Like it should be like in like a soundtrack of a movie.
Which song specifically gave you that vibes?
Let me just see. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I think I know which one you might be talking about.
Okay, girl.
Was it Why Are You Leaving?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. I'm like, whoa, this one hit me in a different way. Yes, this is it.
This shit is fire.
I was like, 50 Shades of Grey.
It's very sexy.
It is. It's like a dominatrix. I'm picturing like a dominatrix scene.
It's about like, the song's about like waking up the next morning from a one night stand and like not wanting the person to go, you know, they got to go to work, they got to leave. And you're like, why are you leaving today? You know what I mean? Like, stay a little longer. But yeah.
I love it. I love how like the songs you make, like what is like your creative process? Like how do you get into that zone?
I record all my music at home. Most of the time it's on my bed. I just sit on my bed. I have an interface connected to the mic, headphones, and that's it. And it's really simple. So the way it works is like my manager will send me as many beats as often as like I ask for a pack of beats. I go through them, and when a song stands out to me, I'll put the track in. I record on GarageBand. I put the track in GarageBand, put my headphones on, grab my mic, and like I just feel the song, and like I freestyle to it, and I record a freestyle to the whole song as much as I can. Sometimes it's gibberish, sometimes it's just words just so I can get like a melody. Sometimes it's like actual lyrics that goes really well that I end up keeping. So once I record, I listen to it, I write down whatever lyrics I like and that I want to build off of. So I just let the song pick the mood, like whatever comes out, whatever it makes me feel like. Okay. And then I build off of that. And then I just go back in and tweak and record till I finish it.
So you haven't recorded in like a studio?
One time.
Only one time?
One time.
What song?
It's not out, and
okay.
I actually want to re-record it because I didn't really like how it came out. It was my first time recording in a studio, and like I was with my ex at the time. I was with my manager, and then it was a really nice studio. It was really big, and like there was a videographer there, photographer, and I guess the producer's friends. But anyway, I felt uncomfortable, not because they weren't welcoming. Everybody was really nice and welcoming. It was just it was out of my comfort zone.
Right.
I'm used to recording by myself, alone in a room with just me on my bed. I was in a booth. There were other people.
It was like pressure a little bit.
It was kind of pressure. It just wasn't in my, like what I was used to.
Okay.
So I actually prefer recording at home on my bed. I don't really like going to the studio.
I feel like the more you go, the comfortable you'll get.
Yeah.
So are you gonna go again or no?
I probably will. Like the idea is kind of cool. Like it feels like I'm being pampered when you go to a studio.
Okay.
Like so it's that aspect of it is pretty cool. So like I just like would like to work with a producer that like I know.
Okay.
And that I know we have similar taste. You know? So that I know we're a good team. I don't just want to work with whoever is available or whatever.
Right. Do you you feel like you prefer working with a female or a male?
You know, that time I only worked with a guy. Other than that, I've never worked with anybody else.
Okay.
When it comes to like recording,
the reason why I ask is because I feel like I'm gonna refer you to someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. She makes her own music, but she's also a sound engineer. Okay, cool. She went to school for sound engineer and producing. Her name is Shameful Natalie on Instagram, but her artist name is just Natalie. Okay. Awesome. I want you to check her out. Please. Yeah, that would be like a dope. I feel like you guys would work well together. She records in Bushwick. She has a studio. Okay. I'd love that. Thank you. Connect you guys. So what major experience like happened recently that made you change your hair?
Let's see.
Because when I met you, you were a brunette. Yes.
I was like, yeah, I was a brunette. Before that, my hair was black because my natural hair is black. It's just like really black or dark brown. For the past 3 years, I've been buzzing my hair. Okay. Whenever I get bored. I like change a lot.
Britney moment. Buzz.
Yeah. I like change. I also like low key. I don't really like hair. Okay. Because it's just like weight on my head, which is funny because this is like the most weight I've had on my head. That's super long. But so anyway, my hair was like, I had a little poof ball. I was like about to buzz it again because I just wanted change. But instead I bleached it. So I went blonde. Okay. So I'm blonde. Yes. And then I was like, I need more change. And then I can afford to get my hair done now. So money's a factor too. Mm-hmm. So I got my hair braided. I did some French braids with extensions like 2 weeks ago. And then I wanted to change again. I love color. So now I got these braids in. It just makes me feel myself.
Yeah, I love it.
I think what it also is that like, yes, I like buzzing my hair, but at the same time, I was like, I really want long hair already. So like the extensions, like give me that feeling like my hair's long, because I'm like, my hair's not going to be long for like another year and a half or two. So right. So I like the extensions. It makes me feel like, you know what I mean?
A new girl stepping out. So, Julie, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Great question. So, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't really think about it. Where do you want to
be? You're working so hard. You're working on your album. It's like you have a lot going on.
Yeah. I have like, there's like 2 answers to that question. The main one is always, I just want to be at peace, like as a human being. Like I just want to be at peace with myself, with my life, my relationships, my friendships. And just be living my life and being happy as much as possible. Being sad sometimes is inevitable, but I'd like to not be sad often because growing up and stuff, like I often was sad. Like not anymore, sometimes, but not as much. But anyway, so that's like the first part. I just want to be living my life in a great way. And when it comes to like my music and like my arts, I hope that I'm in a place where I'm still loving what I do, making music, the process. Like, I love making music. I'm recording almost every single day. So I just hopefully am still enjoying that process of making music, movies, and painting. But I do hope also that I will be in a place where I'm making a living out of it. That'd be cool, you know what I mean? Have what I love to do be my form of income so that I don't have to do something else for money, you know what I mean? Like have any other type of job or whatever. So, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I see that you're going to achieve those things.
Thank you. Yeah. I think so. I feel like I'm there now. I just want to keep progressing. I want to move forward.
Right. So in one of your songs, you mentioned that you're Latina. So what country do you represent?
Ecuador.
Really? You know what I was going to say? I was thinking Cuba. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah.
Cuban?
I guess Cuban because of like my skin complexion. People assume that most Cubans are like my skin color. Obviously there's Cubans of every single color. Right. But I don't know. Sometimes I get Dominican.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, fluent.
Oh, so have you made any songs in Spanish?
I have. So actually, it's not out. There's this fire song called El Perreo. Okay. Have you ever heard of that phrase, El Perreo?
No, what does it mean?
So I learned this recently that like in different areas, cities and stuff, El Perreo and like the Hispanic community can mean different things. But in Miami, and like artists who use that term, like Bad Bunny and stuff like that, el perreo is basically like partying, getting lit, going and like going crazy and stuff like that. So I have a song called El Perreo, and I have a verse that's in Spanish. That's gonna be in my next album.
Okay. And when can we expect for the release of the album?
I want to say 2 months. 2 months is good from now. It might be less. It might be less. I just like I have a couple of songs that are done, and like I love them so much. But like I just keep making music that I really like, that I just want to keep recording so that I can put more good music in that album. But eventually I just have to decide, okay, I like these 7 because we're going to put 7 songs in the album. I'm just going to keep these 7. Like, this is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever else I make that's good can go in the next album. Right. So, yeah.
Do you have any upcoming performances?
I don't. I've been trying to. There's this girl, she does I forgot her IG's called like Elf of NYC or something.
Okay.
She like pulls up to like different parks, and she is an elf. She dresses like an elf.
Oh.
And like she writes poems on a typewriter, I think. And she also hosts these events, and she usually hosts them on the weekends, which is when I work. So like she was telling me, come to one of my events, and then like I want to have you perform at the following one. But I work usually when she has her events. So like I haven't been able to pull up yet, but I really want to. So that could potentially be my next performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be on the lookout, because I was talking to someone earlier. There's like a bunch of like groups of people within Brooklyn that are having like these like rooftop parties where like they're starting to call it like music festivals.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
And so they're inviting like all these like up and coming artists to perform on like their rooftops, and like it's like a mini concert.
How do I like
I'm gonna send you some stuff,
send me stuff
to reach out.
Yeah.
That would be dope. I would love to come and support you. So how long have you been in like working in film?
I'd say since I was like in middle school. When I was like 13, I asked my parents to get me a camera, so they got me a camera. But even before that, I had like a phone at that age, and I was always like recording skits with my friends.
Oh, that's fun.
But in terms of storytelling and story making, that I started, like my first memory of that is when I was in kindergarten or first grade. It was recess, we were all outside, all the kids on the playground. And so I'm a director. And this is like my first memory of being like a writer and a director. I gave whoever was playing with me at the park, I gave everybody a role. I told them the story. Basically, the playground was like a ship. The playground floor was like the ocean water. You're going to be the shark. You're going to be the captain. You're going to be the sailor. I'm going to be whatever. And this is like, and then like I'd just be like, okay, action. And then we'd like play out some sort of story. But that's my first memory of like being a director, directing people when it comes to a story and stuff. So, but yeah, camera, always recording skits. Always, I started editing on my mom's computer. I would record stuff, put it in the computer, and edit it on like Windows Media Player. And then I went to high school. I studied TV production. So I went to like a technical school, kind of, I guess is what it's called. And it's called Miami Lakes Educational Center in Miami, where you basically have a major. But anyway, they had like health, they had EMT, paramedic, they had journalism, they had car engineering,
like different professions,
music. Yeah, they had everything. So I studied TV, and then I was making films and learning about film there. Then in college, I did it all over again. So I've been doing it for a while.
So have you ever like worked with like any major network or any film, like movies or anything?
No, I haven't.
Would you like to?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's kind of like my goal with my short episode TV series that I'm doing. I'm hoping that it'll kind of be like a portfolio that I can show or be found using.
Right. So and what is it called?
It's called Manic Depressive, which basically describes the type of bipolar that I have. which is manic depressive. You know, sometimes you experience mania. So it's different for different people. But for me, my mania is like I feel like I'm on cloud nine for like months at a time. Nothing upsets me. I'm happy, like overly happy. And then once that phase ends, I go into a phase of depression for like months, and then it's just a cycle. So I take meds for it. So like right now it's stabilized.
So you wrote based on like your personal experiences?
My experience with being manic depressive, which a lot of people experience like different levels of mania and like depression and stuff like that. So the show's just about life.
Okay.
Just shit that happens, like romance, drama, fights, arguments, funny moments, just snippets of life.
So do you have like a group of friends that you're working with this project on?
Yeah, so I met Looney, he's a videographer, and I met him through my friend Mikey, who's a DJ, and Looney has shot my music videos, and he's filming the show for me. And besides that, like, we've only filmed the first 3 episodes.
Okay.
It's not out yet, but it's still being edited. But yeah, people that I meet and then I tell them about, and then they'll be like, I want to act, or like, I do act and I want to be in it. Sure, let's do it. You'll be in the next episode, stuff like that. My roommate, Anicia, she's in it. She never acted before. And so like, I just directed her and taught her as much as I could. And she's doing awesome in it. Like,
that's exciting. So you dabble in music and in film, and now you're connecting your friends with your project. So you're basically creating like a vessel where like all these different creative projects are happening and you're at the center of it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have like a name for your, I guess like your brand?
Yeah, my full name.
Okay.
Just Julie Alexandra Walsh.
Productions? Like a production company?
So I guess I started in high school. Like we had to create a logo for our like production company in high school, and like it's on like my Instagram bio or something, but it's JAW Jaw.
Oh, okay.
So like
I did see that.
I go with that logo at the end of my films. Will I keep that? I don't know, just because of the movie Jaw. Like my manager brought up something because that was gonna be my artist name, but my manager was like, but people are gonna search that up, and the first thing they're gonna get are pictures of sharks. So like, I was like, you're right. So maybe not. But yeah, for now, I keep that in my films, like the logo. But yeah.
Okay. Do you have a message to up and coming creatives that are interested in music and film?
A message. I guess the first thing I think of is if something interests you, it's probably because you'd enjoy doing it and it'd be maybe a form of expression for you, which I think is healthy. So tap in, like, you know, if you don't know how to get into something, Google it. Like I Google everything, and Google has lots of answers because people write stuff on the internet about their own experiences. So like, it's comforting when you find information online that's relatable. So just tap in, find out how you can start. There's GarageBand, buy a mic on Amazon and an interface, and just start recording and tell people what you like to do, because you can meet people that do the same thing that could help you, or you could help them. You can make bigger and better things. Don't put pressure on yourself. I always say, like, the most important thing is to have fun, because when you make for me at least, when I make the goal something else, like, I end up having less fun when the goal is not to have fun, or you get caught up, or you feel like there's pressure, like you need to meet a certain standard, and if you don't meet it, you're not good enough, and then you end up not doing anything.
Right.
So do it for fun, and then just let it take off from there.
Yes. I love that message. I love it. It's a lot of positivity. And I also agree with you as far as just like, if you feel like you are interested in something, to look something up, because, you know, we have YouTube, guys. The YouTube University. That's how I learned how to like edit and stuff. Because like editing is like, has been a challenge for me throughout this whole process.
What do you use to edit?
I use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
So hard. Well, for me at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you first get into it, there's buttons everywhere. It's like, what is what?
Yeah, so I've watched lots of YouTube videos and whatnot. So don't give up on yourself. Yeah. Like, if you have a dream or something that you want to learn, go out and do it. Yeah, Nike.
Yeah, Nike, just do it. And besides that message, when it comes to that, I guess another message that like I like to spread is like, when it comes to mental health, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to not feel okay. It's almost inevitable. It's part of being human. It comes with like the package of emotions that we can experience, we can, feel. So it's like, it's not a bad thing to be sad. It's not a bad thing to ask people for help. It's not a bad thing to tell people you're sad if you need validation sometimes or comfort. You're not alone. I'm right here with you. And there's a lot of other people right there with you too. And seek help, go to therapy. Try meds if you want to, or if you don't. But it's okay to like reach out to the people you love and that love you. Like, they will be there for you.
Yes, beloved. And thank you so much, Julie. Thank you for having me. I am so happy you came. Like, y'all, this whole process of getting her has been so challenging because when you live in New York, you have like crazy schedules and everyone's always busy. So I'm just so thankful for you coming in, sharing a piece of your story with me. Thank you. And I'm so excited to just see you take off, and you've been taking off already. So keep going, keep pushing. And I know like today wasn't the best circumstances, but you made it. I'm so thankful again.
Thank you so much. Yes. Me too.
And plug in. So tell everyone your Instagram, your social medias.
So everything is, I really mainly use Instagram, but it's Julie Alexandra Walsh. And I post basically everything on there. My music, my modeling, my films. And then for the short episode TV series, I believe it's manicdepressive.tv on Instagram.
On Instagram. So check her out, guys.
Check me out.
Yes. And thanks for tuning in. Tia is out.
Peace.
Bye.